This is what I love. I love seeing couples. I love love. I love that. Don't you love it? Oh, I love seeing happy. I've been married for 6 years. I love my wife so much. I could punch her in the face. You know, with love. You know, fellas, do you understand? Because you don't give us any credit. You expect us to love you as soon as we meet you and be emotionally connected and know what intimacy is, and we don't, you know, but it's not our fault. We're raised that way. We're raised to be men. Be a man. We have to protect you from Indians and bears and moose. We can't be emotionally connected to cute shit because we might have to kill it someday because you need shoes for the winter. Do you understand that? You get to love kittens. Look at the little kittens. Screw kittens. Put those on your feet. Wear his head as a hat. Let's go. The zombies are coming. Women not only get to feel joy and happiness, you get to cry. You get to feel pain. And women get to cry over anything. What's wrong? The sun went down, Papa. What? What did she just say? The sun? I broke my wrist as a little boy. My father was yelling at me. Look at me. Look at me. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt. Look at me. Be a man. Be a man. I was like, okay. There's a bone sticking out. It's like, no. Okay. I'm in the 2nd grade, but I'll suck it up for you, Dad, number 2. Okay. Then later in life, you meet a girl and you fall in love. And that's when you finally start to learn. How? By living with you, spending more time with you, spending more time with a girl than you do your guy friends. Guy conversations are stupid. You live with a guy, you don't care about each other's well-being. You never come home from work with a guy roommate. Hey, how was your day? Do you want to blow me? What? Is that code for men's sex? Why do you care? You live with a girl, different story. You come home, hey, what's up, baby? How was your day? It was awesome. What's wrong? Nothing. Everything's fine. Something's wrong. You're not the same person. Something's wrong. No. I'm good. Don't do this. I'm fine. No, you're not. I know you. You're not you. I know you better than you. What happened at work? What happened? You're like, my boss yelled at me. Why? I don't know. You're a good man. I know I'm a good man. I know. I'm trying to be a good man. I've been trying to be a good man ever since I broke my wrist as a little boy. You want to be emotionally connected? You want to open up emotionally? Watch TV with your girl. Watch what she watches. Guys watch dumb stuff. We watch sports and men trying to find shit in a storage unit. Just, right? It's a hovercraft and a samurai sword. We're rich. Women watch great shit. Women watch like Dr. Phil and Dr. Oz and Extreme Home Makeover and human beings helping other human beings better their lives. Extreme Home Makeover, move that bus. If you don't cry at that part of the show when they move a bus to reveal a new house in the projects, you're a serial killer. You've murdered 2 hookers and 3 squirrels. There's something wrong with you. Move that bus messed me up for the first time in 15 years. I cried. I sat down, I'm like, what are you watching? Move that! Oh my God. They built a slide from his bedroom into the kitchen so the kid with no arms and no legs will never miss pancakes again. Oh my God, look how happy he is. He's like a little hockey puck. They put a pillow at the bottom so he doesn't hurt his coccyx. Well, I do. I love my wife. I love her. I've wanted her dead. I have. I've wanted my wife dead. I've been that angry at my wife where I've fantasized her being dead and it made me happy. And I believe you're truly not in love unless you've been that angry at each other. And this goes for women too. Just, you've been in the car just angry. Just want to kill him. Honey, I think it's this left. I know where it is. No, you don't know where it is. I hope somebody shoots an arrow out of a Jewish camp into your empty, dead skull. I hope that happens. in your head. And then you have the fantasy, I know where thunk left, and we're here. Don't get me wrong, I don't fantasize me hurting my wife. I would never fantasize me murdering my wife. I would never lay a hand on a woman. That's not even funny to me. But, if a bus or a bear or a moose at the moment of my rage because she's not listening killed her, do you understand? Like, honey, don't get too close. And a moose hoofed her in the face. Or in front of the Apple store, you don't need the new, and a bus out of nowhere just kills her. Final Destination style, just a mist of red blood, and her head is flying away, but you can still hear it. You don't need, you don't need, you don't need, you don't need. And it lands in a puddle, and a little Mexican boy, go!
I got a problem with customer service. I don't know what's going on. People got no passion anymore in their work. I don't know. I've been working since I've been 8. I was watching cartoons in the living room. My Italian father came in. He's like, hey, go start a business. Now? Now, I had the type of father, he always questioned my downtime. I couldn't take a nap, nothing. He'd always ask me, hey, listen, how long you get for lunch at school? How long? I'm like, I don't know, about an hour. He's like, well, how long does it take to eat a sandwich? I'm like, 10 minutes? He's like, don't you think for the extra 50 you could generate some revenue for this family? So I've been constantly looking for work. I was an altar boy on Sundays. You didn't get paid for that, right? But you could pick up extra shifts during the week working funerals, okay? So what I would do is I would eat my lunch at school, run over to the church, and work a funeral. All the other kids eating their sandwich, having fun, meeting other kids. 12 years old, I'm over a corpse with incense. So I grew up with having a work ethic, and now I don't see that. Every time I go out, I went to Home Depot looking at a barbecue, right? Does anybody at Home Depot know anything about anything in the store? Right? So I'm in the barbecue section. A woman that worked there kind of fell into the section. And do you ever look at somebody that works somewhere and just on the look alone, you're like, they don't know what the hell they're doing. But I lobbed one in. I said, let me lob one in, see where she's at. I said, excuse me, you know anything here about the Weber? She's like, I think this one. I go, oh, you're gonna make it up? And I didn't hear a word she said after that, because now I'm focused on the full goatee that she's got. What? Now, if you're a woman and you want to grow out a goatee and work at Home Depot, fine. But shouldn't you be in the back on a forklift or something? Handling sod? This is the best they got? This is the front line of employment? And if this is what's up front, what the hell is in the back? It's an epidemic, man. I was over at my buddy's house. We were talking about things, right? I got a friend. He's got a lot of weapons at the house. I don't know if you know anybody like this. Got a lot of weaponry, right? He's got a compound bow and arrow in the house. I go, now, if you don't know what a compound bow is, the arrow travels At about 100 yards per second, it could take out a timber wolf, no problem, right? I'm like, John, what the hell you got this in the house for? He's like, you kidding me? It's for home invasion. Home invasion? Could you imagine the poor bastard that breaks into my buddy's house? As a criminal, you can't even prepare for something like that. Right? The criminal comes through the kitchen window. He thinks nobody's home. My buddy hears him. He gets out his bow and arrow. Criminal's in the living room, suspects nothing, right? Then out of nowhere, do you know how that screws up your mind? You gotta look down and process, I got an arrow hanging out of my chest right now. Did I break into an Apache's home? Are there Indians here? Is this a casino? What the hell's going on?
All right, I do stand-up comedy, and it's a weird job to have. When people find out you do stand-up, say, oh, you do stand-up? Just tell us a joke right here, right now at the bar. Just do a joke right now. I know when you usually do stand-up, there's a stage and lights and sound and a mic and an audience and a proper context, but that's the same as doing it right here at this bar for our faces for free. And it's really annoying. I remember I was in DC. I just did a show. Me and my friends go to this bar. I meet this girl. We drink and dance and having a good time. She wasn't even at the show. We go to a second bar. Some dude yells out, "Good show, Hannibal!" So now she's curious. She says, "What do you do?" "Oh, I do comedy." "Oh, you do comedy? Well, tell me a joke." "No, it'd be weird if I just started doing jokes when I..." "Come on, funny man, if you funny." "Just tell..." "Nah, I'm not gonna tell any jokes." "But if you tell me a joke, I'll show my tits." And I said, "Yo, my jokes are better than your tits." She said, "Come on, tell me a joke." I said, "Hey, I'm not your goddamn joke monkey. You need to respect comedians. Don't ask me to tell you a joke, damn it." She just got mad and left the bar. 15 minutes later, I was thinking, you know what? I could have told one joke to see some titties. It didn't have to be my joke. It could have been a horrible joke. Okay, I got one for you. What do you tell a woman with 2 black eyes? Nothing. You already told her twice. Boom! Now you got to show your tits after hearing that awful domestic violence joke. It's horrible, but it's a classic, and we had a verbal contract. Now lift up. I drink. That's my vice of choice, is drinking. I smoke weed occasionally, but I don't enjoy it as much. When I drink, I'm able to be in the moment. When I smoke weed, overanalyze the moment, which is not good to do during sex. Because if I'm drunk and having sex, I'm thinking, yeah, this is cool. But if I'm high during sex, I'm thinking, yo, why she let me do this to her? What was her childhood like? What's her relationship with her father? There's a trend in rap music now. A lot of rappers talk about taking Molly, which is MDMA, a form of ecstasy. But they talk about it in this tough manner, and it's not a tough drug at all. Yeah, I'm on that Molly, feeling very emotional, touching stuff. I just masturbated to the color blue, I'm on that Molly. I just danced by myself, just mealed my ass on the wall for 15 minutes, man. I'm feeling this Molly. I was at this party last summer. One of my friends gave me half a pill of ecstasy. I took it. It was smooth. I was enjoying myself. I don't know what it was about this particular batch, but it made me okay with pissing myself. The whole thing, and I was in line for the bathroom. I had all intentions on going the right way. My heart was pure, but then all of it fell out of my body. The whole batch fell out of my body. And I think under normal circumstances, if I pissed myself, I would have said, damn it, I just pissed myself. It's time to get out of here. But there was something about the ex. I said, you know what? I pissed myself, but guess what? I'm about to dance this shit dry.
White folks, I love y'all. 'Cause I used to live in a dangerous neighborhood, and when I saw y'all walking around, I felt safe. Because I know when it all come down to it, y'all would get robbed before I will. I know y'all looking at me like that's a punk move, but I ain't a punk. I'm a survivor. It's a difference, okay? If a 6'10" dude come in here right now saying that he gonna get and rob all of us, I'm switching sides. I'm just letting you know. He gonna be like, shh, everybody get on the ground. I'm be like, shh, yeah, everybody get on the ground. This a stick up, bitch. Cause I ain't no punk, I'm a survivor, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you another example, all right? That's why I ain't never talked trash to the goth kids while I was at school. You know the goth kids, you know what I'm talking about. They be walking around, you know what I'm saying, 5 trench coats on, all black, and it be 200 degrees outside. You know what I'm talking about. They talking about, oh, we trying to make a statement. I said, what, that you can spontaneously combust? Is that what you trying to say? Every time I saw them, I gave them compliments. I was like, oh my God. Look at your nails, that's beautiful. What is that, shellac? That's nice. And I mean, look at your hair. I mean, it's black and greasy, but it works on you. So when they show up and do rampages at the school, they got to do it like this here. Move out the way, Jay. I survived, goddaggit, I survived. I know y'all looking at me like, Jay, you look high right now. I can't smoke weed, I ain't the type. Last time I smoked weed, I got so high, I was driving around looking for my car keys. Stopping people on the street like, you see my car keys, man? No, for real, you see my car keys? The dude that I asked, he was high too. He was like, maybe you should keep driving around till you find them. I said, damn, I'm not the type. Dave Chappelle, totally different. Dave Chappelle can smoke as much as he wants to and will not mess with him creatively. He even let you know, hold on, baby. Now, I smoke weed, nigga. Oh, weed is good for your system. Oh. Sometimes when you smoke weed, I tell your tongue, you can get a Comedy Central show. Yo, I got a Droid phone. I hate it. Them phones are from Satan. I swear they are. It was 3 o'clock in the morning. I had just got the phone. Out of my sleep, I hear, Droid. I walked all the way over to the house phone. I picked it up and I called the Catholic Church. I said, y'all gonna have to come perform an exorcism on my phone tonight. I said, bring holy oil, do not bring holy water, because if it gets wet, I can't return the bitch. Because y'all know they be tripping about that. All smartphones are smart-ass dumb phones. They don't know what the hell they talking about. I'm on my Facebook on my phone trying to type in, happy birthday Tupac. But the autocorrect gonna change it to happy birthday tuna. I had 200 likes. And some dumbass even commented under, I didn't even know tuna fish was created today. Don't make no sense, man. Hey, look, speaking of, we got the top in the office right now. That's pretty good, you know what I'm saying? Barack Obama, that's a smooth dude, man. Yo. He ain't never getting caught in no sexual scandal, His blood type like Jiffy Lube peanut butter, he too smooth, you know what I'm saying? But you know what I mean? Somebody who probably wouldn't care if they got accused of a sexual scandal, though, Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy wouldn't give a damn. Like, reporters be coming at him different, like, Eddie, so you slept with some congresswomen? He'd be, let me tell your ass something right now. Yes, I slept with a congresswoman, it was good, it was sexy, and in the morning, we had waffles. Oh, yes. I would have slept with your ass, too. Because I love sex. So sexy.
I've been coming to Montreal now for 20 years. And, yeah. Well, first I tried out for Cirque du Soleil. And you should have seen me in that body sock. And I've been traveling now on the road 26 years. And, we go places like this, anywhere from PEI to Hawaii. And Newfoundland, the people were great. But I go, oh, they were wonderful. But it's too far. After like 19 hours, you go, hey, is it really a place called Newfoundland? Or is this just a joke? Is this like, are we going to Atlantis or something? And Hawaii, I liked. Hawaiians are great people. First of all, spam is a vegetable. I love that. I had Lipitor in a pepper mill. You want some more spam? No thanks. My arm's numb. That's enough spam for me. And the Hawaiians are bigger people. I walked in to get a shirt, and they said, what are you, about a medium, brother? And I did go on an Italian cruise. Yeah, not the one that hit Italy. They hit Italy. The captain, he wasn't paying attention. The Coast Guard was not happy. Excuse me. Is that your boat? No, sit down for a minute. We want to talk to you. You did not see Italy? It's a boot. You don't see the boot. Somebody said to me, do you think they'll fire the captain? He hit a country. I do love a lot of aspects of the summer and traveling. Obviously, you have a barbecue, but I got invited to like a business barbecue, and they were vegetarians. Do you know of these people? They go insane, you know. You see them in the supermarkets. They have 50-pound bags of almonds. And they make it into shit they wish they could eat. What? Doesn't it taste like a pork roast? Yeah. Made out of almonds. Best diets I was ever on was as a kid. You know, because I grew up in an Irish neighborhood, and my Irish relatives wouldn't have it. He said, I'm going to give you a diet, and it's going to work your whole life. Write this down. Go ahead. Stop your fucking eating. If you see it, and it looks all sweet and tasty, well then put it down.
Hello, how are you? Good. Please settle down. I love doing comedy. I love when comedians take the mic out of the mic stand. Move the mic stand out of the way. Some comedians move it even further. It's like, where are you headed? Where does this go? Couldn't possibly do a show with this on stage. I just remembered they asked if I move around at all on stage, and I said, not at all. Can I get off the stage? It's okay if the camera doesn't follow me, right? Things happen. Come on, there's 7 cameras. You guys will find me, right? Oh my gosh. Do you guys like impressions? You feel neutral about them? I love when people tell you the impression and then they repeat the name of the impression like immediately after. Like you're gonna forget what they just said. So this is my impression of a person doing impressions. My impression of a person doing impressions. Do you guys like impressions? Yeah? Oh, good. This is my impression of a person doing impressions. My impression of a person doing impressions. Do you guys like impressions? Yeah? Okay, great. No, I actually do 3 impressions, aside from that one that I just nailed. The first impression is of a spring. A spring. Spring. Look, they get better from here. To some of you, maybe not. That's fine, that's fine. Second impression, curtains opening. Curtains opening. Oh, you like that? Okay, all right. Third and final impression. Clown horn. Clown horn. I need silence. Clown horn.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me, everyone. What a pleasure to be here. It's always a thrill for me to be in Montreal. I'm always embarrassed by male sexuality, my own, other people's. I'm embarrassed by it because male sexuality never evolves. It never grows. It never, it grows, but we never develop. We never mature, right? Like straight male desire is just like the shit you thought at age 11 would be cool to do with boobs. 20 years later, you're just like, yep, good guess, little buddy. And so it's just frozen in time. We never develop, right? Like I'll run into guys, I know these are grown men in their 30s, run into them on the street, like, hey, where are you off to? I gotta get home before I forget what the waitress looked like. No, don't go, I'm with you. These are tragic figures. Here's worse. This is a worse one. I saw a guy, this is a grown man in a city wearing a t-shirt downtown, said, I'd rather be motorboating. Woo! Oh, unless you think that this was like a nautical themed shirt. Motorboat, of course, is when a gentleman places his visage betwixt the ample bosoms of a large-chested lady, and goes. like a motorboat, right? It has got to be the most childish, juvenile sexual desire. That's at least partly sour grapes on my part. Because my wife is she's very petite, and so we can't motorboat. But you know what? Don't feel bad for us. Love finds a way. We do our own thing. Ours ends up being more. It's more like it's more like a kayak. It's very sophisticated, very West Coast. I feel I should tell you that joke is actually temporarily inaccurate because my wife is pregnant. And so, well, thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. That's only germane to our discussion in that, like, believe me, we can motorboat now. I'm just not allowed. It's our first baby, and so we're very excited, you know, like just like the adventuresome aspects. Like naming a kid, that's just super exciting to get to choose a name for your little baby. We haven't finalized our choice yet. I know it sounds like corny and cheesy, but we're thinking of naming the baby after its hometown. We're thinking of naming the baby Vancouver. No, but because I think it's fitting, because our child will be half white and half Chinese, and it'll be half white, half Chinese, and if I'm honest, we can't really afford it. We do want to choose like a good baby name, so I've been researching good names, researching bad names. By far the worst name that I've come across in my research, the worst name story was, do you guys remember this white supremacist couple in the States who gave their kid, they had all these kids that gave them crazy Nazi names. They named one of the kids, you love this story, you're really excited. It's a crazy story, right? They had a bunch of kids, if you didn't read it, they had a bunch of kids. One of the kids they named Adolf Hitler. That was the kid's name, Adolf Hitler, his first name. That's a brutal name, that's brutal, right? First of all, if you name your kid Adolf Hitler, that means you don't even want to give people the wiggle room of like, this, maybe they meant a different Adolf. You know, like, that is, you have committed to, like, I think most Nazi parents would be satisfied to say, you know, this is our son, Adolf. So, get it? But these guys were like, this is our son, Adolf Hitler. Remember? It's from racism. The other crazy thing about that story to me is they had a bunch of kids. You got a multi-child Nazi family, and you name one of them Adolf Hitler? Way to pick a favorite, right? I think that's just poor parenting. Of course, we will try and endeavor to raise our children with the opposite of Nazi values, right? We want to teach our children to value inclusivity and empathy, solidarity. We want them to be better than we were as kids, right? Like, we thought we were pretty good when we were kids, but we weren't quite there yet, right? Our hearts were in the right place, right? Like there was a kid in my school, elementary school, his name was Philip, right? And Philip was a Jehovah's Witness. And we used to feel bad for him because he couldn't celebrate any of the holidays with the rest of us kids, right? Especially Halloween. Oh, because Halloween, we were having a blast. We were kids. We had costumes and candy, and he had nothing. Just nothing. Couple pamphlets, but that's it. And so what we all used to do was y'all go, look, okay, everybody's got more candy than they can eat. Everybody take some candy from your bag. We're going to put it into a bag for Philip, sneak it over to him. Shh. Don't worry about it. Your parents will never find out. And we thought we were being compassionate and sweet. Looking back, we were being fairly contemptuous of his family's religious beliefs, right? Like, we never did that with any of the other kids. We were never like, hey, Samir, come here. Have some of these bacon bits. It's cool.
As you know, I am from Montreal. And I also have a 3.5-year-old, so that's exciting. Yeah, I have a 3.5-year-old. I had a daughter when I was 44. Yeah. Which is weird because I'm 38 now. And No, her name is Ava Ray Economopoulos. I've already explained to her that the Economopoulos is silent. And it's hard to pick a name. Like, I wanted to name her Emmy, because I've always wanted an Emmy. And, but when we were trying to pick her middle name, it was like everybody was giving a suggestion. So someone said, what about Lily? And I'm like, no, that's like a pole dancer. Absolutely not. And then one said, what about Marie? And I'm like, my mother's like, that's so Catholic. Like, oh. And so my daughter's father's mother said, well, what about Gina? And everyone's like, that's so pretty. And I'm like, hello, Ava Gina is not gonna be my daughter's name. No. You know, we'll be like the christening and the ministry will be like, Ava Gina. What? And you know, she'd be like a rebel at 16. It's pronounced Evagina. Do not rub me the wrong way. Anyway, wrong? Wrong, a little bit wrong? Because I was so young when I had my baby, I had like 1 million sonograms taken, so I started my own website, MyTubes. And it's sort of bizarre though, because she loves candy and she's constantly taking her clothes off. And she goes up and like dances to people like a little call girl. She's like, got any candy? Candy. I'm like, stop it. It's kind of perfect that I have a 3.5-year-old, because I'm like basically perimenopausal, so we're like perfect companions. We both cry uncontrollably for no reason. We love candy and we enjoy battery-operated toys. So I was reading her 50 Shades of Grey, and no, it's the Canadian version, 50 Shades of A. It's the same story, but everyone says sorry right afterwards. And that is the most unrealistic books I've ever seen. 3 volumes of sex, not 1 bladder infection. Fiction, okay, fiction. Seriously, she should be on an IV of cranberry juice by the 2nd chapter, just like. So my mother is like, basically, she's going deaf, and Ava came up to me and she goes, Mommy, is it vagina or pagina? And my mother screams from the bedroom, it's in Saskatchewan! Totally ridiculous. So I had my heart broken recently, and I started to listen to Adele on my Crypod. And does she have the saddest voice in the entire world? And the weirdest thing is she has like the voice of an angel, but she sounds like Snooki when she talks. Have you ever seen her? She's like, I don't know how she would ever get. First of all, I played Someone Like You so many times in a row. The couple below me broke up, and newlyweds, so sad. But it's so depressing. How does she ever get through a recording? Can you play that back for me? The sound engineer killed himself, Adele. We cannot. So my little baby girl, I just realized he was a 14-year-old, and I've said vagina 50 times. But you don't know what that is. Yeah, no, okay, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I don't want to know in any way. I was trying to think of something, and it's too dirty to say in my head. I love these women who have you seen the women with the double strollers, the twins? And then they have the 3rd child stroller underneath, which should just basically be shaped like a therapist chair, because you know they've forgotten that they even have that child. That child has had Loblaws bags thrown on its head. It has been staring at baby bum its entire existence. It's just. So Ava's having a complete meltdown the other day, and she's just like crying hysterically and like in this totally humiliating way. And all of a sudden she's crying, and she you know, they're able to like stand up and like throw themselves down on the ground and then get back up again. Anyway. So I said, Ava, you have 2 choices. You can either stop crying and have a popsicle, good motivation, or you can just go to bed right now. And she goes, is there a 3rd choice? People say very strange things to me because I've obviously had my daughter older. So I was in the park, and this woman comes up to me and she goes, are you the lady who play on Sabrina the Teenage Witch? And I go, thank you. All right, nice plug. And I go, yes, I am. She goes, you are my most favorite character. I love this program so much. Is this your grandchild? And I'm like, I go, no, but I'm glad that people on your planet enjoyed it, wherever you're from. So I go home and I tell my sister, I tell her what happened. She goes, oh my God, did you slap her? I'm like, no, I felt that was a bad choice, really. I just said to her, you gotta let that stuff go. Just forget about it. I went home, I called immigration. I haven't seen her since. And that's how it's gotta work. Thank you.